Hey guys, so as you have probably figured out by the title of this video, I'm not gonna make a slingshot. Today I wanted to introduce my channel to woodworking, and this is something that I have had in mind ever since I started out. Now I'm doing this in an early stage because I don't want to end up in this situation where all my followers are here to only watch slingshot related content. By introducing it to you now, I can prevent you from having a heart attack later. It's a win-win situation. Oh, and by the way, I was also thinking about including DIY projects. Tell me what you think. But now, let's get on to the subject of this video. So a few weeks ago I went to a yard sale and picked up these things for 16 euros. A great deal if you ask me. Now what we have here is, first we have this tool which I don't know the name of, but the purpose is to make threads onto rods. I guess it could be used for wood, but I think the main purpose is to use it on metal. Now the second thing we have here is the Surform. This is what this video will be about. I will try to refurbish this one. Then we have this 8mm chisel, which is very blunt. I'll have to sharpen it in the future. A very large metal file. It is also blunt, so you can't use it as a metal file, but I figured I could make a knife out of it in the future. Then I also got this very large clamp. As you can see, this was the clamps I had before, and this one is about twice as big, and I guess the distance from here to here is about 50 centimeters, so that one will become very handy in the shop. So I'm very happy to have been able to purchase all of these for only 16 euros. I mean, this Surform alone costs 15 euros new, and this clamp costs at least 20 euros. It could be even more. It is very sturdy and very robust, and it will hold for many years. Now let's put everything aside and look at the Surform. Now a Surform, for those of you who have never used one, it is basically like a cheese grater for wood. Now this one is not in a very good condition. I feel like this handle is very dirty and I would like to exchange it and make a new one out of wood. And also there is a lot of paint on here, so I'm going to have to scrape off all the paint and respray it, and then I will also exchange the blade because this one is blunt. Alright, we will start by removing the handle. So it seems to be just a straight metal rod going into the handle, and hopefully it is that way because then this will be easy. And that, my friends, is why you shouldn't clamp your Surform sideways. Now that the handle is removed, we're gonna put it aside and make a new one. Now the wood I'll be using comes from a birch tree I cut down a year ago. It should be dried out completely by now. Now I know from experience that this wood is very dense. It is also too thick to cut with a jigsaw, so I will do it by hand. Wow, my arm's all sore and I'm not even halfway through. Let's do this a bit faster. Now we're halfway through, and I really wish I had a bandsaw. Now I'm gonna even out the sides and make them flush. This is how the stock looks after I have cut out and planed it. I didn't have to plane it, but I mean, it looks nice. Using the handle I was able to trace on the side and the top template, and now I'm gonna cut it out using my coping saw. Now I know what you're thinking, the cut looks very rough and not very close to the lines. While you could get much better results with a bandsaw, I still believe this will make a pretty decent handle. I just cut a hole in the bottom and now we're gonna make a test fit. So, things almost went as planned. We have a curved handle, and the wooden wall here is so thin that I can barely remove any material. Now the question is, how am I gonna remove the handle? I was actually able to remove it, but then I split the wood. So that is the thing to keep in mind. Drill the hole before shaping the wood. So now we're gonna start shaping it, and the first thing I'm gonna do is to flatten out these sides. Now that all the sides are flush, I will begin the rough shaping. So I'm just done filing, and as you can see, the wood is very smooth already. Now this wood is real easy to get silky smooth. You only have to go up to 600 grit, but I however will go up to 1000 grit to get that extra smoothness. After having this sanded to 1000 grit, it almost looks more pale than it did before. But anyway, now I'm gonna apply some linseed oil, and then we're gonna apply the spray lacquer. Yeah, you heard me right, I'm actually gonna use spray lacquer this time because this shape is much easier to spray than a slingshot. The handle is dry to the touch, meaning that I can apply spray lacquer. So while the handle was drying, I went ahead and sanded the Surform. I also took the time to roughen up the end that's gonna stick into the handle. And now I'm gonna tape the end and spray this whole thing black. Let's see if you can spray paint metal without a primer. So the paint seemed to stick without a primer, but I'm afraid I'll have to redo the job in the future. Now I'm gonna glue the handle on. I'll be using 2-part epoxy, and after hearing that it is corrosive, I have now bought myself some nitrile gloves. Alright, our Surform is finished. I personally think it looks very clean and I like it a lot. Now there isn't much difference in comfort, but this was mainly for the looks. Now let's try it out. Let's throw away the old blade and pick up the new ones that I bought for 12 euros. Wow, this is actually much sharper than any rasp I ever used before. So the blade to the left is flat and the blade to the right is rounded, so this is a substitute for a flat and half round wood rasp. Now the huge difference is that wood rasps have a tendency to leave marks into the wood, while the Surform is a crossover between wood rasps and hand plane, meaning that it should leave a better result. Now I haven't been able to test out if it's true, but now we're gonna do that. Alright, here we have our test piece. To the right we're gonna try out the Surform, to the left the wood rasp. This is for the half round ones and this is for the flat ones. And please do me a favor and do not think of this as a butt crack. Let's get started. As you can see, the rasp did a pretty rough job. This will most certainly leave marks in the wood. Now we're gonna use the Surform. And by the way, don't you think this looks very premium? I'm totally blown away by how much material the Surform was able to remove in so little time. I mean, look at that, it's not even a fair comparison. So in terms of which one that is gonna leave the ugliest marks, I actually think the Surform will. But this is because this is end grain and it is softwood, so it tends to get stuck, because it wants to remove more material than the wood can handle. I think it will do much better on plywood and hardwood. Now let's try the other side. Wood rasp first, as always. Not a whole lot of material removed. Let's see if the Surform performs better. Both of these roundovers took 35 seconds, and I think we can all agree that the Surform is the winner. I'm just blown away, guys. This is such a wonderful product. It is like the belt sander of hand tools. It's about 3 times as fast as a wood rasp, mainly because it is like a cheese grater, so all the dust flies out rather than being clogged up. It's also twice the width, removes materials in such a short time. I'm just blown away. That's like the 3rd time I'm saying it, but I'm so impressed, so impressed. I plan on making a comparison between the Surform and wood rasps, try out new materials, try some speed rasping. Make sure to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on that. Stay tuned. Now I'm gonna leave and I'm gonna show you some pictures. See you next time. Bye.